What up, guys? Your boy Quake, and some new details about the game's lawsuit that he's been fighting for a while now has come out. But before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW, a link in the description below for both, and leave a like on this video. So if you guys aren't up to date about the game and when he lost his $7 million lawsuit to a female and basically lost a lot of his rights to his music, go ahead and check out my last video I made about this topic. I detailed it a lot. I don't want to re-detail it here because that last video actually got demonetized because I was reading off a case and apparently it was too vulgar for YouTube, which is very stupid because I was just reading off a news article and some of the details from that news article, but YouTube apparently deemed it too inappropriate. So I'm not going to be talking about it in this video specifically like I did in that video. If you want to go check out exactly why the game lost a $7 million lawsuit to a female, it's basically surrounding some inappropriate things that he did to her. So watch that video, you'll get the details. On this video, I'm going to talk about her actually winning and what she got out of it. On that title of the last video, I said the reason why the game won't ever make music again after losing a $7.1 million lawsuit. The reason why I titled it that is because I believed Game would retire from rap. He said he would before he was going to release this last album. I know when I made that video, he didn't release the Born to Rap album. He was gearing up to release that. So a lot of people in the comments were like, you know, he's going to release an album. What are you talking about? I wasn't referring to the Born to Rap album. Everybody knew that was coming out. I guess I didn't mention it in the video, but yeah, he dropped that Born to Rap album since then, and now the female that sued has all the rights to that album and his new record label, Prolific Records. Before we get into the next part of the video, I'd like to tell you about our new sponsor, Current, and how they can help you save money and get paid early. Current is a mobile bank with Visa debit card and works with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Cash App, Venmo, and if you're under 18, you can still get an account with Current. It also allows you to get paid up to 2 days faster when you sign up with direct deposit and gives you free overdraft protection up to $100, which is amazing because there's been so many times where I miscalculated how much money I've had in my bank account and overdrafted quite a few times, and it sucks just to have $35 come out of your account because you overdrafted. Plus, you get your money faster, so if you normally get paid on Friday, when you switch to direct deposit with Current, you'll get paid Wednesday. And those 2 days could be crucial to preventing overdraft fees. So just avoid all of that and switch to Current. It only takes 2 minutes to sign up, and your Current card will be shipped for free. So make sure you visit Current in the video description and sign up today. So let's go over the article. AllHipHop.com broke the news. In the article, they say the woman trying to collect a $7 million judgment from Game just won the rights to the rap star's final album, Born to Rap, and his future royalties. A woman trying to collect a massive $7 million judgment against Game just took control of the rap star's independent label, LA Prolific. Priscilla Rainey was just granted any and all rights, title, and interest in any money, property, or future payments due to the record label which was set up to release Game's last album, Born to Rap. Rainey is now the owner of Now Born to Rap, the royalties from the record, and even any salary Game may have been paying himself through LA Prolific. This is what the judge said. All third parties who received notice of this order are directed to pay any and all money or property due or to become due under this order directly to plaintiff, either one by check payable to Priscilla Rainey and delivered to plaintiff's counsel until the judge is satisfied in full, Judge Virginia A. Phillips stated. Ironically, while making this video, the Game responded to these allegations on Instagram in a long caption with a video of him at his house with a bunch of money on the table. In the caption, he said, "People out here dying from you know what, and blogs out here creating false narratives for this Waffle House roach who's doing anything her thirsty ass can try to take money from me. Y'all been saying she got $7 million for 7 years, and yet here I am laid up tipsy off my 5th quarantini watching Tiger King, LOL. They'll find Carol Baskin's husband before she ever gets a penny from under my car seat." Bunch of laughing emojis. Coming up next, a run to the bank to throw this shit back in, grab some boiling crab on the way home, then start Money Heist Season 3. Ironically, again, right after reading this post, the Game removed this exact post off his Instagram page, but luckily I screenshotted everything and it actually managed to make it in this video. So I think I've figured out what exactly Game has done to try to avoid paying this female that $7 million. Basically, in early 2019, the game announced a new record label by the name of Prolific Records. Now, on this label, there was no new projects on there, no projects from his artists, nothing. The only album that's on Prolific Records officially right now is Game's so-called last album, Born to Rap. Now, the judge granted that female rights to making money from anything off of Prolific Records, and since the only thing that's on Prolific Records is Game's last album, Born to Rap, that's the only thing she's going to get money from. So this isn't really going to affect Game's lifestyle. The album Born to Rap debuted at number 19 and sold around 22,000 copies its first week. I'm not shitting on the album and saying it flopped or anything like that, but that's not that many sales. Nowadays, most of the sales don't even matter anyways. The album was dope to me. I liked the album. It just didn't do well in sales, and that's the only thing that's going to matter with this judgment is how well does that album perform, and clearly it hasn't been performing that well. And I think Game decided to create that new label just to put that album on there, and then if that label gets seized by the judge and that album gets seized, it doesn't really affect Game that much. Because if you look at the timeline, in 2012, basically Game went independent. He dropped his fifth and final studio album with Interscope. It was called Jesus Piece. After that, he went independent, signed a distribution deal with E1, and he created a label called Blood Money Entertainment. And on there, he released like 5 projects, including that huge Documentary 2 project with like 30, 40 tracks. Now, of course, Game doesn't want those to be seized. He wouldn't want that label with 5 projects on it to be taken and given to somebody else. So I think the smart thing that he did was just create a whole new label and say, hey, this is my last album. I'm putting it on this label. Another interesting thing, though, while he was promoting the album, he said that he's going to sign artists and be an executive producer and not make any more music, which is another way to sort of write off that money to her without him having to do much work. He's basically going to sign a bunch of artists, hope they sell well on that Prolific Records, and whatever sells on Prolific Records, she'll get. And let's be honest here, most new artists, you're lucky if an artist that's established signs an artist that's actually really good and ends up selling. That's rare. Eminem did it with 50 Cent, Lil Wayne did it with Drake and Nicki Minaj, but it's rare that that's ever going to happen. He's basically going to push off this work onto newer artists, and just whatever they sell, that female is going to get.
I haven't got a chance to be a CEO to A&R projects, to put together other projects outside of mine, and so that's something that I want to really get into,
Now, this is a great idea if it actually goes like this. The judge could say, hey, this isn't enough. This isn't going to pay her enough. That $7 million is going to take years and years and hundreds of years to get paid because this album is going to sell, and we're going to seize, Blood Money Entertainment label as well. That would suck. Obviously, it's not going to change Game's lifestyle unless the judge says, hey, we're going to seize everything that you own unless you pay off that $7 million. So I don't really think it's going to affect Game's lifestyle. The way he's posting on Instagram and flaunting all that money, he's going to continue getting money. Born to Rap, unfortunately, isn't going to perform that well as time goes on unless somehow it just becomes a classic album. Everybody just sleeps on it and then 5 years from now calls it the best album ever, which is rare. Like, that's like a 1 in 10 million chance. And the female that actually won the lawsuit, the Priscilla girl, she has an Instagram, and she posted a picture of her in a Porsche with a bunch of stacks of money, and a troll in the comments was like, that's the Game's money, and she responded to it saying, my money, bitch, didn't get a penny from that molester, got mine from the mud. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything that's going on. Do you guys think I'm right about Game's strategic plan to create a whole new label, to put the album on that label, and just basically allow her to win that with one album on there? I believe that's what he did. It just doesn't make sense for him to just start a new label out of nowhere when he has a label already built with 5 projects on it, which is called Blood Money Entertainment. So let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think the judge is going to ask for even more? Do you think the female is going to ask for more? Who knows? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $1 a month or more, you can help support this channel further. A link is in the description below. Remember to like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe, as this helps me a lot. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at QuakeGW. Like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching today's video, and thanks again to our sponsor, Current. Make sure you check them out in the video description below.